Hello, everyone, and welcome to more Ticket to Ride Europe. As I finish my bite of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, or sorry, off brand Cinnamon Toast Crunch, which is, I believe, cinnamon toasters, we're back with more mega expansion here. So, I think. Hmm. Okay, so with this one, I definitely want to do these two. And then I think it's Essen to Kiev. But also, I've got so much stuff. Like everything is just right. I mean, am I just taking all the tickets that I possibly can? You know what? What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? So, what do we need to prioritize here? So, I'm thinking we kind of want to go. I think we don't really need to like go up and out of London. We don't need to go into Amsterdam at all because that is an unnecessary amount of wilds that we would need to get. I think what the smart thing to do is to go kind of through the middle here and then flip on over to Essen. So, for example, I'm just going to go ahead. Yes. How do I turn that off? I don't want to have to confirm my route. Answer. No, I don't. I mean, I know famous last words. You misclick, but I'll be honest. I have been now doing a lot of these videos. I maybe only a handful, maybe once I think I've misclicked something. This interface that Board Game Arena has is very nice in that doesn't doesn't really makes it difficult to misclick in my opinion. I thought I just disabled this. As for oh yeah, no, disabled. There we go. Okay, okay, here we go. Here we go. All right, well, I'm happy with this, and I'm happy with this. Look at this. We're getting the through France here and into Germany all done. This is very nice. A very nice start. So we see green over here in the in east in the Russian area, which is fine. Do just kind of have to watch these routes, like in the Ukraine area. I mean, blue is kind of really nice. Really, what I would love to do is do the Stockholm to Petrograd, but I don't have to. And so if I don't have to, then I'm not gonna. So yes to black, yes to blue. Because now we can get all of this done. Okay. I think I want to do this one. I really want that blue, but once again, my apologies for the heater. Okay, so red and blue are kind of coming through the middle as well. I mean, I really need a lot of blue if I'm going to do, like... I guess, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Okay. I probably want to go Vienna down here. This was fantastic. Love this decision making here. Um, yeah, I really need a lot of blue here, which is a little bit upsetting, but it is what it is. Again, my apologies for the heater. I don't really have a dedicated recording space, and so I just kind of make it work. All right, that that from blue is a little I don't love that. To the point that I'm going to do this. And then I suppose if I can connect down into Kiev, then I don't necessarily have to come through this way. I can kind of hook up with Vienna, that kind of stuff. And that's the other thing. I don't have to get this Stockholm to Petrograd either. I can completely avoid that if I want to. I don't think I do. So yes to that, and then we'll just go off the top. Because I do need a couple orange, and I also do need a wild at some point. So I think I'm going to go into Kiev here, because I definitely want to make sure that I hook that up. If I don't get this pair, things become a little bit more complicated. That's totally fine. I think just how I have to prioritize this route, it's going to be a little interesting to, yeah, I think probably we prioritize a green here. And yeah, an orange as well. I see red getting up into London and then up into the Scotland area, but I don't think I'm concerned about that. And I'm just so unconcerned by it that I'm gonna keep rolling the dice. Okay. So just kind of need a lot of stuff. Yeah, I want to get down into Vienna here. I would like to do that. I would really like to do that. Okay. So, yes to this. So that completes that one. And I know, too, I do have to get up into Stockholm, but because those are both double routes, I'm not as concerned. And I'd probably just go grab that route of 2 right now as well. Unless there's a wild on board, I guess. But yeah, just I don't want to dink around with this. Because now I can fully concentrate on this upper part of the map. And this is as far south as I have to go. So now as red and green are kind of trying to grab these routes, I'm not also concerned about having to get something, and I think that makes it much easier for us. All right, I am happy to grab the wild here and go grab the London route, and I know I do need another wild to get up into Copenhagen, but I'm not as concerned about it. If these 2 white stay, yeah, if these 2 white stay, I'm definitely going to take it to go Stockholm to Copenhagen. Then at this point, kind of just depends on how we want to go about it. The safe route is to, and probably the route that I'm going to decide to go is, okay, probably the route that I'm going to decide to go is to skip Stockholm to Petrograd. Though I guess I already have 6 tickets, and they're pretty good tickets too. So, I mean, there's a chance I could just grab Stockholm to Petrograd, just, outright. Or outright's not the right word I'm going for. I could grab it just, because, not needing the actual route. Because getting Kiev to Budapest would also be great. And I guess if I have to get 6 of something to get Kiev to Budapest, why am I also just not getting 8 of something to go Stockholm to Petrograd? I guess the bigger question here is, okay, I'm going to go ahead and grab the wild now. The bigger question here is, what's a good use of my time? Because I don't want to just draw, just because I have to, and trying to get all one color. That's usually not a great way to win win a game of Ticket to Ride, no matter what version of Ticket to Ride you are playing. I'm going to go ahead, we're going to grab our routes here. Red has to use an extra card. It's a nice route by Red. Just going to see if something really stood out to me there. It doesn't. I'm just going to go ahead and complete that. So, I don't know. Kind of just need a bunch of one color. And unfortunately, there is a bunch of not one color. Where is green trying to go in all of this? What's green doing? Alright, well, if I see the same color, I'm going to grab the same color. Like, I might even grab some pairs. I don't know. I have no clue. This is an interesting spot here. But because of the tickets, like the 6 tickets, I'm not feeling a ton of pressure to... I'm not feeling a ton of pressure to want to draw. I mean, maybe that's to my demise, but... Okay. I think both me and green got in blue's way. Okay. I think we can go off the top. All right, this is nice. So, I mean, it's at this point where I kind of have to decide, you know, do I want to... Okay, well, I guess decision made for me then. All right, that complicates things a little bit. I mean, you know, we're not completely screwed. I don't know why I decided to grab a black there. I think I was trying to hedge a little bit, but then I missed out on a wild as well. So probably what I do is I do grab the wild here. I'm not worried about someone ending this game. I don't know what... I mean, maybe green is close, but now I at least have 8 of something. Now I do have to hit... I have to hit no... I have to hit no extra things. And so because of that, I'm just going to go ahead and do this. And at least that gives me a little bit of a buffer. Especially because it seems like green is barreling towards the end of this game. Yes. 1 is just fine. Excellent. So I've got 6 left. So I might just get into Bucharest here just to get the points. Everyone kind of has a really good score here. All right. Yeah, that's definitely what we're going to do. All right. So I'm interested to see how no one really drew. Okay, well, fine. I'll do this over here. I mean, whatever. I'll just grab another route of 4. Which actually in this mode is not... It's not guaranteed. There's often, like, very specific things that you need. That's a lucky one from red there, not needing any extra. See what green decides to do here. So green and blue don't draw any other tickets. Interesting. Red misses out on a big one, so that probably means that red is out of it. And there's the 25. Beautiful. All right, let's see what... okay, blue had some really nice tickets there. Only 3 of them, though. All right, so let's see what we got. Only blue uses station, which is actually good because they're currently in second, but I don't think it's going to matter. All right. Very nice. We were not that far off on longest train either. Very nice. Very, very nice. Look at that. Ooh, all right. Oh, this is a great adaptation. What is this? Well, I'm an addict. Look at guys, I'm an addict of Ticket to Ride Europe. Look at me go. Wow, this was fantastic. So, yeah, Red's big thing was, you mean, missing a 20-point ticket. Again, I don't care what game of Ticket to Ride you're in, it's going to be a problem. And then green was just fine. And same with blue. Blue had really nice tickets. They just needed like 3 more of them. Whereas we had really good tickets. The 7 and 8 were okay, but 10, 12, 10, and 20 plus a really good score on board. Really, everyone had a really nice score on board. Points with claimed routes. Only 13 points separating first and fourth. We were only 6 off of first. But really, I mean, this is where we won, which was points with completed destinations. Collected train cards, we were second least. We collected far more visible. Really, most people did. We collected the 4 locomotives there at the end. Everyone was around the same average claimed route length. But so 3 players didn't draw. Only 1 player drew, and it was the person that finished last. So keeping 6, I kind of wondered whether that was smart or not, and it actually ended up working out for us. So I may look out for that in trying to maybe... It does, I mean, if you're thinking about it from a turn perspective, it does save the turn. Because instead of wasting a turn drawing more tickets, I was able to just keep 6. Now, granted, those 6 have to be like good tickets, but I thought, I didn't think that, and I didn't think it was ridiculous to take all of them. So anyway, hey, if you're enjoying the content, hit that subscribe button. We are almost at 650 subscribers here on the channel, so woohoo! Like and comment, and we'll see you next time.